I can't really go on camera and talking about this, but he was ran over by a car jogging in a park. Responded to me based off what I thought. He said, you wouldn't dare pull out something like that in a place like.
The last video that we had, I posted Bigfoot. I posted all the creatures, all the pictures that you sent me. And man, all of your followers, they were saying, he showed you the mermaid video. Tell me about the mermaid video. I was getting threats and all that. So I said, on this particular video, I'm going to show the mermaid video that you sent me first. What information, just touch more base with your audience about the mermaids. Tell us about it.
Right, so I first got wind of mermaids years ago when I had met a dude that was from Haiti. And he was just telling me little things. I'm like, you know what? That's interesting. So, you know, as a paranormal investigator, man, I looked into it. And the further I delved into it, I'm like, all right, now this is far removed from the Little Mermaid from Disney and little fairy tale stories. You know, I'm talking to very serious people who swear on their life this is something that exists. So knowing that, I did a dive. And within that dive, I reached into my network and I got wind of some videos. I analyzed it. I talked to the person who filmed it. One of the videos is almost 20 years old. So it's like, you know, why would this person just go through these great lengths to fake this? And faking that video is going to be impossible due to the fact that there's no CGI involved, the age of the video, and the provenance from it all added up. And, you know, the guy at the marina, you know, he did a stakeout and he got footage underwater from filming. Now, I got some other footage that I don't have permission to release, but they're photos that pretty much match the same silhouette and description that's in that video. Then I traveled to the Seychelles Islands, which is here on the continent. And when you travel out there, it's dead serious. You know, they not joking about that. When they close the swimming areas, they close it for a reason. When I traveled to Mombasa, which is the coast here in Kenya, you know, there was some videos posted of an alleged mermaid that had washed the shore, etc. I wasn't able to verify that. But what I was able to verify, I traveled to a place called Diani Beach. And in Diani Beach, everybody got these compounds, these electric wires around like their living areas. And some say it's for the monkeys. But when you live out here, you know, they not keeping the electricity on for them gates all day. They just not gonna do it. But what they did say is, they say avoid the water's edge after dark. They will take you. That's what the man said to me, right?
Wow.
Then there's a guy, his name's Troy White. He was an executive at Sony who I knew during my bodyguard days. He lives out here. So he said, hey bro, mermaids are real. And I know for a fact because I seen one. I'm like, damn, really? So he goes and explains to me what he saw, and it matched the same exact description from when the comedian guy on Joe Rogan explained his trip to the Seychelles. It fit that same description, and it fit the description that the locals gave me. They said they didn't see a mermaid. They said they saw a merman.
A merman.
So he said he went for a night swim, came back to the shore, got out the water. He's drying himself off. Something gave him a feeling to look behind him. He turns and looks behind him, and he says, standing right there, large black eyes, greenish, grayish, pale skin, standing there looking at him. And he was terrified, completely terrified. He said that when they locked eyes, he got this overwhelming feeling to jump into the water. And he said his fight or flight kicked in. He said, man, why would I jump back in the water? This dude standing right here looking at me. This is what he said to me. And this is not a guy who invents or embellishes information. You know, this is a professional dude. He runs a very profitable business here in Kenya. He stayed in a penthouse suite, 2 floors. It's like $5K USD a month where he lived. So he's like, look, I can't really go on camera and talking about this, but big homie, I know what you do and I want you to have this information. So he gave me a WhatsApp number for a fisherman. Cause the fisherman sleeps out there on the beach. So he can wake up and be the first one to encounter tourists when they get to it's a tourist destination. So the fisherman said he watched the whole thing. He thought it was funny seeing Troy trying to run through the sand, you feel me, trying to get out the jam. So I went and go talk to the fisherman and he said, look, we can't tell people all the different dangers that are out here on the coast near this water because they wouldn't be able to earn a living no more. No one would come frequent it. On that beach where they got camel rides, you got coconut salesmen, you got guys selling Bob Marley out there. You got guys selling coconuts, coconut water, but bananas, they cooking up street food. You can get a camel ride, you can get a boat ride, you can get a jet ski ride. So it's several different enterprises that's taking place out there. So, you know, you're not gonna tell people, all right, be careful, man, we got these mermaids that's hanging out. They might catch you and drag you under the water, but that is the reality of it. And when you talk to a lot of locals in Mombasa on the coast, some of them know about it. Some of them will speak to you about it. Others won't. So that's how the mermaid thing started. Now, I'll send you some images because I've always studied old maps. I got some images from some maps from the 1400s, 1500s, 1600s that show quadrants in the water where they say these are where sirens live. Why would that exist? Why would that exist if there's no credence to the stories being told? So that's how I got involved in the mermaid thing. I haven't seen them myself, but I do have a plan to do like an overnight stream on the beach with a tent, the whole demo. We're gonna camp out and we're gonna see what we can encounter. Straight up, that's what we got going on. So stay tuned for that.
Say that's fire right there. I definitely will be in tune for that.
Let's get it. Yeah, I got you, bro. We might do a little joint stream or something, man. Get like a 24-hour stream going. We're going to pull it off.
Got to, man. And hopefully the people are happy about this. I'm going to send them the images you sent me. I'm going to send them the video.
Let's do it.
I'm here in Texas. I went to NASA in Houston.
All right.
I personally don't think that equipment got us to the moon.
Right.
But what are your thoughts?
Here's the thing. And I'll send supporting photos, videos, and documentation for this as well. Now, oftentimes, just for us to make this phone call right here, we have to go through certain parameters. How is it that I think the president at that time was Nixon? How was he able to call the moon from the United States 8 million miles away, I believe the moon is? Let me look that up. Let's see, how far is the moon from the US? Everybody watching this, if you play with AI, get Perplexity. It's the best AI app they got. It combines all the different AI apps into one. Super powerful. So let's see. How far is the moon from Earth? Let's see, here we got 238,855 miles away. So you mean to tell me they called in the 70s, they used the landline phone to call the moon? That don't even make sense. And then the footprints on the moon don't even match the shoes that the astronauts wore. So when you think about the whole thing, And I'll show the video of the astronauts when they return back. The way they looked during that press conference. Those guys don't look like they were happy to see what they saw, because I believe we went to the moon. They just did not show what they actually saw. They showed us what they filmed here on Earth, because we just seen CIA officer Luis Elizondo come out and say there's somebody else occupying the moon. Now, this goes back to my origin story, because Sergeant Carl Wolf came to my company, Safeguard Resources, for security, because he wanted to testify in front of Congress. He showed me images, asked me to sign the NDA. I didn't sign the NDA. You know, I finessed out that part because I couldn't take the job. I said, look, bro, this is above my pay grade. You know, he showed me his Pentagon ID, and Sergeant Carl Wolf is now dead right now. You feel me? He was ran over by a car jogging in a park. So take that into consideration. Now, I told people, I say, look, we aren't the only ones who have been to the moon. Somebody else is there occupying it. Because one of the photos that I saw looked like a truck with a plow on the front. The guy says to me, he say, that truck is 2 miles long, based off the coordinates from the photo that he showed me. So once I seen stuff like that, I went through some crazy experiences. Now, right after this meeting I had with him, I come outside to my car, all my car doors is open, whole car ransacked. This happened about 4 different times. Weird dudes and unmarked cars following me around. And one day I just said, like, look, I don't want nothing to do with this. I said this just in my car. I don't want nothing to do with this. I'm not gonna say anything. This is 2012. So once I said that in my car, it died down. Like I didn't have these experiences no more. And you know, I didn't come forward until almost 14 years later with this story. And now, once I come forward, now here come government whistleblowers confirming everything that I said. So for what that's worth, I'll never lie and embellish. I'm only gonna tell my perspective and what I know to be the truth for now.
So this next section, I have 4 or 3 questions. I'm calling this viewer questions. So the last video we had, it went viral. People were asking questions.
It went viral for sure.
Viral, gonna stay viral.
We gonna stay viral.
And and the first question that I'm gonna give you, and again, these are viewer questions. This one is from @Martha Dimension6865. She said, ask Cece about Ashley, Jaina, and Jaguar.
About
I don't even know.
About Jaina and Jaguar?
Yes, and Jaguar.
Shout out Jaguar, right, man. Like, you know, she play a lot of games, bro. You feel me? Like, she tried to make me content recently, and I had to strike with severity, and she left me alone. So I'm gonna say this, shout out to Jaguar. I don't know who Jaina is, and I don't even want to talk about them because they play too many games, bro. And I'm not a man who play. Oh no, and I'm just leave it at that. I don't associate with these. I tried to work with these people. I don't know the Jaina person. I tried to work with those girls.
Hey, straight out the shy. You said on folk them, right?
Folk them, bro. All that. But I don't like to play games, but on this internet, people like to play games and they'll just make up something for content. I don't play these games, bro, like, cause it's gonna be consequences on the street after you make your little video. So we're gonna leave it at that, man. We're gonna go to the next question, cause I'm not with it, man. It takes the thing. I ain't with it, man. I don't react well to nonsense, bro. I'll revert back to a bad person who I'm not trying to be no more. You feel me?
Yeah, you at peace, brother. Now we're gonna keep that in the past, right?
At peace, man. I'm living nice, man. Everything is good for me. I ain't trying to revert. You feel me?
I'm with you. So the next question is from KUKKLR. It said, ask him about Nuremberg 1561 next time.
Aha. Okay. Nuremberg, Germany, 1561, there was an event that took place. There was an aerial battle over the city. Some of the craft were giant black triangles. Some were cross-shaped. Others were spheres. All of the same things that we see today, except for the cross-shaped UFOs. We don't see those today. I believe that there was a battle that took place, and the wrong side may have won this battle because if you look at the disappearances that take place in the United States of America, there's a guy named David Paulides who has a program called Missing 411. In the Missing 411 disappearances, there's one group that disappears the most out of all races on this planet. Those are war-age males of German descent, and they're usually brilliant. Doctors, physicists, scientists. They're going missing in national parks. They're German. Where was the Nazis and the guy De Fuhrer, or they call Hitler, where was he from? Germany. What set him off to make him feel like the perfect German is tall, blonde hairs with blue eyes? That's not even how Germans typically look, right? He was working with a group called the Vril, V-R-I-L, the Vrils, the secret society of shamans and mystics that use rituals to channel and interface with different entities. That group is what sent Hitler off on his tangent. Now, when I was in London, I traveled to the Crop Circle Museum, which is in London. And when I was there, they had an expose and an exhibit about the Nuremberg, Germany UFO aerial battle. I ended up traveling to Germany. I go to Frankfurt first, I ended up in Nuremberg. When you speak to the people, the locals there, they say some people came from underground, out of mountains, and some came from the stars, and a war took place. This is all historically documented. And I believe the wrong side may have won that battle because I don't want to associate those cross UFOs with Christianity and Jesus, but a lot of the early artwork of I would say like the birth of Jesus and the resurrection, a lot of that artwork has flying saucers in it. I'll make sure you got all of this. And then there's a series called Raised by Wolves. Raised by Wolves has interesting connotations that seem to align with certain things that took place in the actual real world. There's a story from in Russia where a UFO crashes and a golden feminine robot is protecting the crash site for years, killing anybody who comes close. Shout out to Jaime Maussan. Jaime Maussan broke this story originally because him and his team traveled to Russia to get their UFO files, right? In the series Raised by Wolves, they remake this exact story on the show, but they never explain where they got the story from. So when you tie all these pieces together, everybody gonna tune into this, go check out Raised by Wolves. In this same series, there was a group of extraterrestrials, non-human intelligences, who wore crosses. According to this, they took a Jesus clone to different planets and pushed the religion. I'm not saying this is exactly what happened, but everybody needs to check out Raised by Wolves And then we'll revisit that after they watch it, and we'll take the questions after that, because this all got to be seen and checked out.
Okay, y'all check that out. Raised by Wolves, right? Okay. I'm going to check it out too. Okay. I appreciate that question. This is the last question. Again, it's the viewer questions right here. So y'all tuning in, be sure to comment with questions you have for them, and we'll get to them. This is from @Brock Brown 7660. It says, ask Big Homie about Lizard Man in Lee County, South Carolina. I've never heard of that.
All right, let's get into it. Okay. Now, there was a black dude who was driving home, and he swore to God his car got attacked by a lizard man. Let me pull this up just so I can make sure I don't miss any details. You say Lee County?
Lee County, South Carolina.
All right. All right, so the Lizard Man of Lee County is a story of South Carolina's most famous modern cryptid legends. A teenager named Christopher Davis claimed that late at night he had a flat tire and pulled over. While fixing it, he said a 7-foot tall creature came out the swamp and attacked his car. Green scaly skin, red glowing eyes, moved very strong and fast. It scratched and damaged his car before disappearing. After that report, there were cars found with the similar claw marks, strange large footprints near the swamp, reports of something chasing people away from water sources. Now, you hear similar stories to this all throughout the South. One thing that seems synonymous with all of these sightings and reports is water. Now, there's a place called the Sun Dong Cave, I believe it's in Vietnam. In the Sun Dong Cave, the locals reported the same description of creatures going in and out of this cave. There's even a photo of this, of one of these creatures allegedly inside this cave. What they don't want people to know is that on this planet, we share this planet. And it seems like there are certain species who live subterranean. And when they come above, if they have any difficulties, they seem to protect a certain area wherever their means of travel is from. I believe this is one of those same situations, because who are we as a species to where everything people say is just make believe? Who is about, in this time and period we talking about, who's gonna damage their own car knowing they gotta get it fixed? There was no TV shows, there was no podcast, there was no getting paid for interviews. It wasn't none of that. The man had an experience, he said what he saw, and then other people corroborated this. The Lizard Man story is real. We hear about reptilians and all type of stuff all throughout history. And I firmly believe that the truth is indeed stranger than fiction. We got to question everything, because a lot of these creatures seem to get energy from fear. What if you're not scared? When I'm not afraid of things, I have a lot more success. I have a lot of more encounters with different stuff. And that's the whole thing they don't want us to know. Because all of these creatures are flesh and blood, and they can die. Point blank, period. The Lizard Man story is real, bro, because if you've been watching me, you know about some of my experiences and people who work with me. You know, look at David Icke. Look up all the different people who say the same little scenario. Somebody's face changes and transforms into a reptile, stuff like this. It's no coincidence, man. Have you ever had a paranormal experience?
I've had one.
Really?
I've had one, but what's wild about it is I'm like, I don't know if I was dreaming or sleepwalking or what it was.
So it was associated with you being asleep.
It was.
Was it like an outer body experience?
It was an out of body experience.
So if you and 10,000 other people had a similar experience, what does that tell you?
It's big facts. What you saying is facts.
Now, scientists have come out saying that they believe that the afterlife takes place in a different dimension. They say when you sleep, you're into a different dimension. Because several times when I go to sleep, I'll be living a whole different life. I'll wake up, go use the washroom, go back to sleep, and I go right back to that same scenario. How is that possible? My boy Eric, who I film every other time with Eric, y'all go subscribe to Eric. Also go subscribe to Coffee Pump Podcast with my boy Sajid. Eric said, yeah, bro, I go to the same set every time I go to sleep. When he go to sleep, he wake up in a different life, but it's him every time. If you interface with certain chemicals on this planet, like psilocybin, dimethyltryptamine, even cocaine, stuff, ecstasy, MDMA, all of those things trigger your synapses so you're more privy to your environment. This is why all of these different substances are banned. Did you know?
It's like that ayahuasca?
Ayahuasca. All of that's banned. Why is it banned? Because you don't want people breaking free out of the matrix. You want them to keep paying their light bill, paying their car note, paying taxes. If they find out it was all a scheme, that might stop and it could be a rebellion. Because did you know that in ancient Egyptian sarcophagi, the mummies tested positive for cocaine and psilocybin, which is magic mushrooms? The cocoa plant don't even grow in Egypt. How'd they get it? The truth of the matter is all of history up until between 14 and 1700s, 14 to 1600, I think they faked all of that, rewrote it to hide the fact that there was a spacefaring, highly technological civilization ran by humans mixed with certain NHI that populated the whole earth. All of these tales and stories and the events people are having is all associated with this great cover-up. Go look up Graham Hancock, go check him out, and then we'll circle back. Truth of the matter is, bro, there's no way. I know what I've seen before. For sure. And like that dude getting his car attacked, come on, bro, he in the deep south.
Yeah. And like you said, that was before social media.
Oh, social media. What does he have to gain by that? He called 911. You're not finna call the law if ain't nothing happen, man. Like not in that time, being a black man in the deep south.
Nah.
You don't want no police. You don't want the white boys showing up for nothing.
Nah, not for nothing.
Not for nothing. What he saw, he said, man, this is not a nigga. This is not a cracker. This is something totally, hold on, I got a call. The man called his mama, man. That's when you call your mama, you know it's serious. Ma, lizard man jumped out the lake, tried to get me. You ain't gonna believe it. That's what happened.
Mama, please.
Mama, you ain't gonna believe this. You know, his mama said, go and call the police. You don't want no police. You're in the deep south at that time, you don't want no police. You're not calling them white boys for anything.
Nah, you right. That's right.
Facts, bro.
Right.
Not at that time. And you gotta think about this. This a black man who said, man, a lizard man jumped out the swamp, tore up my car. But he had physical damage that was photographed and documented on his vehicle. His story never changed to the day he died. The truth is stranger than fiction.
That's right. So if the U.S. government released every classified file tomorrow, what topic do you think would surprise most people?
If they released every classified file, the government will go into hiding because it's going to spark civil war. You're going to see the military rebel. You're going to see politicians getting murdered in the street. That's a fact. The United States of America will become unglued because if they told these people the truth and even the origin of humanity, I don't think people will be able to stomach that all the way. Because I mean, we not the apex predator on the planet. We not. Too many times we've seen cataclysms happen on the planet and humans had to live underground. The Anasazi spoke about the ant people coming from underground, teaching them how to survive during a cataclysm. Petroglyphs from 11,000 years ago show the same UFOs and they show different creatures interacting with humanity. It's almost as if we're a species. We're almost like we're a species with amnesia because we come to find out humans are capable of telepathy. Elon Musk has patents on telekinetic abilities. Why is that if it don't exist? Why do they have these programs running with autistic children testing their abilities? When you was growing up, you probably never even seen an autistic person.
Nope.
And that ain't strange to nobody. Autistic people, a lot of them are highly advanced when it comes to mathematics, understanding frequencies, different things that you cannot teach. So if you wanted to find the most gifted people to interface with this hidden technology, and you know they got to have certain social dispositions, give everybody Tylenol, give all the kids autism, and then test it. CIA was poisoning the fog over black towns to see the effects of the chemicals and poisons they was putting in the clouds. Why are you doing inhuman tasks and making anti-human decisions if everybody calling the shot is human beings? This is the paradoxical effect of the human condition. There's too many contradictions for it to be naturally processed. Point blank, period.
You brought up Elon Musk having those patents. What do you think about him becoming the first trillionaire?
He not the first trillionaire, man. That's how they lie. Like, he not the first trillionaire. It's just several people that's trillionaires, bro. And that's my thing with this. It's like, man, Elon Musk shut down Doge, which was the company they used to audit the government. He said they shut it down. He said he didn't want to die. The man with $1 trillion is scared to come out the house.
You got a point.
So you got to think about that. You label this dude a trillionaire. You make him enemy number one. And as soon as his aircraft go down, nobody cares. They lining him up for the back door. He knows it. That's all that's about, bro. That man ain't the first trillionaire, bro. It's Indian dudes that's trillionaires. Saudi dudes that's trillionaires. Bro, no. That's a lie. For sure. Taste the fame, y'all getting the real facts, for now.
And he was getting into it with Trump, but then I also seen, Elon was getting into it with Trump, but then I seen recently Obama was saying that he has a suite in Trump's head.
Well, Elon got a black eye at the White House.
And what do you think about Obama?
Did you see Elon get a black eye at the White House? Did you see that?
A black eye?
Look that up, bro. Elon Musk got a black eye at the White House, man. Somebody came punched him in his shit. Say, hey, man, stop revealing all this money we making before we get your ass out of here. That's exactly what happened. Right after that, he shut Doge down and was gone. When it comes to Obama, bro, I can't respect no man who shows up to African countries trying to push transgender ideals. Even that, all of the demons have both sexes. Who do these people serve then? It's all connected, bro. Everybody, why is Vladimir Putin banning the Satanic Church all throughout Russia? But the Satanic Temple is setting up high school initiative programs in high schools in America. Why did Trump rededicate the United States of America on May 17th to Jesus Christ? If it's not a holy war going on. I digress.
So Obama, touching on him again, he opened up in your hometown, maybe Zestpocalypse or Zestpopolis, is his place.
It ain't Metropolis, it's Zestopolis. Yeah, bro, you gotta think about it. I got a buddy who lives next to Obama's house in Chicago, and he say all throughout the day, you're gonna see 10 different Obamas walking out that house. Why do a guy gotta have 10 body doubles? Is that even Obama anymore? You ever seen tall Joe Biden? You never seen the video of Joe Biden coming out 6'7" that day? And then they say in the Epstein files, Joe Biden was already dead. And Trump was calling him a clone. That man Obama, an agent of darkness for sure. The man gave Iran millions of dollars. They didn't build one road. They built nuclear facilities. And then they say, oh, we don't want them to have nuclear weapons, but we gave them the money to build it. Why was Obama giving the Taliban $8 million a week? Clown shit, bro. Because everybody we see is not flesh and blood human beings, bro. It's not. It's just not.
What's something you've experienced that made you believe there's more to this world than what we can see? So that's it. What drew you to this conclusion?
All right. It's really two events. One event, I'm at 59 West Hubbard at Studio Paris nightclub, owned by the Let Us Entertain You family. Shout out to RJ Melman. Shout out to the Melman family. My cousin and I are working as bodyguards, so we got a group of people with us. We protecting them. Once they start chilling, I think it was like New Year's, so we start sipping a little champagne just for the festivities. And my cousin, who's a police officer right now, he said, bro, I just seen the devil. I said, what you mean by that? He said, look over there. I look over there, and I see a small frame brunette woman. She's a white lady. Her name was Jinn. Jinn, one of them. Her name was Jinn. On Facebook, it was Jinn. I look at her, and she looking at me. And I was like, her right there. He said, bro, that's the devil. And I look at him, and he a serious guy. I'm like, okay. So I go over there. And on my way over there, I seen her face with scales on it. She stepped behind somebody, came out on the other side, and she was back to herself. So I pushed up on her, like, man, am I tripping? I pushed up on her, and we started chopping it up. We was friends on Facebook, but like she would never really link up and kick it. But at the same time, though, like when I was in her presence, I felt the vibe of like, damn, well, I felt like a hamburger in front of an alligator or something. I don't know. But she was sizing me up. I'm like, damn, this little person sizing me up. You know what I'm saying? So we had that experience. That was a game changer. And then I want to say maybe like 2 years after that, I'm at 660 North State at the Dana Hotel, checking in before we fly to Vegas the next day. Me and my boy Dugar. At this time, I'm looking for investors for little projects I be having, and I will always find them being down there in this area. It's the Gold Coast, Chicago, affluent area. It's popping down there. So, you know, people have asked me, like, have I ever met the devil? And, you know, I'm not going to say that I met the devil, but I'll say we met one of them. We met somebody. We met one of them. It was this white dude, gray suit on, clean cut dude, blonde hair, the bluest eyes I ever seen. So I started like, man, well, you do business? Like, what do you do? I used to always wear a iced out cross pendant. And when I approached him, like he looked at my cross, just gave me like this smug look, like he just wasn't feeling me. So I'm thinking to myself, well then, fuck you then. You feel me? And I'm thinking this, my man, fuck you. This dude a bitch, fuck him. So I started thinking, I'm thinking to myself like, damn, where's my gun at? Because we got bags with us. And it's like, damn. And I'm thinking, do I got it tucked on me? I had a hoodie on. I'm like, do I got it tucked on me? Is it in my bag? The man responded to me based off what I thought. He said, you wouldn't dare pull out something like that in a place like this. I'm like, whoa. And I'm looking at him. Now, I didn't react too crazy. I just looked at him. And my boy Duga was like, Gordo, I don't like him. I said, I don't like this motherfucker neither. Because the way he was looking at me, I'm like, bro, I'm a formidable opponent for anybody. I don't care if you fought in the Olympics. I don't care what you is. I'm gonna be a challenge for you. Dude looked at me like I wasn't shit. Like he could have just cleaned me up. And the fact that he responded to my thought, but he spoke it to me, that kind of sent me on a little tangent after that. Like, and then when we fly to Vegas, we see him get on the plane last. We sitting in the front. He walked past us, looking at us. We looking at him like, damn, he going to Vegas? And then the whole time, Dugar looking at me like, bro, we should have drove because I don't like not having my gun. I say, man, I don't think that shit gonna even work on this motherfucking nigga because the way he acting. So then when we got to Vegas, we seen him again at the little pool party shit. I ain't gonna go into details like the words he said, but it wasn't polite when he saw us. So unless he was a psychic or something, but he ain't like my cross chain. I know that much.
Okay, so that's something that you witnessed that you still can't explain.
Can't explain it, bro. And I think about it every day. Like I look for this dude. Like no matter where I'm at, I'll sit and I'll just look and see if I can spot him or like if I can feel anything. And it's been a long time since I've seen him. And I still look for him to this day. And that's a fact on the gas. Long live the gas. Turn up God back home. Free Duga.
Free Duga. What's happening in the world right now that everybody's watching, but you think they're asking the wrong questions about?
That is a great question. What's going on in the world right now is we've seen the UFO files do 1 billion views that the government released in America. The wrong question is being asked because can you really call something alien that predates humanity on this planet? That's how they run into finesse. They not telling you that, look, these are species that are ultra terrestrials. They operate in between dimensions. They use this place for resources. We human beings are a resource to them. Obviously, for some type of genetic hybrid program they got going on. And then they keep people off the track because they've already falsified all of the history. So you're not going to go digging into the past because they done told you, they don't tell people that, you know, at one point in time, there were black kings in Europe. They never tell you no shit like that. You got to find it out on your own. So if they didn't falsify all of that, and then you see David Grush coming out of congressional hearings, Rep. Luna coming out, Tim Burchett, and they calling them interdimensionals. They get away from the alien thing and they go interdimensional, and they say NHI, non-human intelligences. But all throughout history, humanity has interfaced and interacted with these non-human intelligences. That's what's going wrong right there. They've already misled us from the inception. So people are looking to the skies instead of looking into the earth and looking underground and looking to what's really going on, because they obviously walk among us. You ever heard the story of Bulletproof George Washington?
I have.
This is a real story, bro. Ben Carson works for the government. He had a book called Gifted Hands. He's a very popular surgeon. The man goes public with it. I already knew about it, but it's like, man, I don't want people to think I'm just telling fairy tales, but there's a book about it. When I travel to Native American reservations, they talk about it. His George Washington's clothes, bullet holes in them. His horses shot up dead. How did he survive? One Indian chief said he shot him 17 times on his own. The man did not die or suffer any damage. He told his soldiers stop wasting ammunition on him. So on his deathbed, he's dying of cancer. He's an old man. This is after they signed all these treaties. He told his people, his group, to take him to meet this soldier with this protected by such a great spirit. And when they had the face-to-face, he said, man, we tried to kill you, man. Well, you protected by something great. How is this possible? Look at the Niagara Papers from Abraham Lincoln. He talked about the extinct giants buried in the burial mounds all across America. Wow. They falsified the history. They don't want us to know that there's a way to transcend this realm that we live on, and it's through some sort of interface with consciousness. And they want to keep our consciousness dumbed down for this exact reason. That's what's going on.
Do you believe so? What are your thoughts about AI? And is that a part of that, or where do you think that it just seems like it just came out of nowhere, but it's changing the world?
Yeah, I've been out 30 years. Facts. Our government have killed 2 sentient AIs already. So AI is nothing new, bro. And then, let me show you how crazy this all is. Remember when you brought up like the lizard man thing?
Right.
And we hear about reptilians and all of this stuff. Let's take the video game Mario. In Mario, the dude eats mushrooms and fights reptiles.
Right. Hey, you on to something.
And that ain't strange to nobody. People are in the late stages of dementia. They're giving them magic mushroom, psilocybin, and they're recalling memories. They're talking again, coming back to their old self. But it's illegal. It's bad. You can't have this. This is why. Everything that we need is on the earth. Certain groups showed up and put a price tag on everything. And then you look around the planet, like here in Africa, AI is going to come here last, bro. You feel me? Because there's already not enough jobs. So now you're going to bring robots and take the little jobs they got? They're going to burn all that shit to the ground.
Hey, that's real right there.
That's real. In America, it ain't like that, bro. It's a surplus over there. People don't even want to work at where we from. And it's a job for everybody where we come from.
Big facts.
It's a job for every motherfucker walking around, man. We don't even want the job. And that's what we up against, bro. That's what we up against. We up against a tier system of deception. And as human beings, just not capable of pulling this off alone, bro. It's impossible, bro. Impossible.
See, I'm with you with that. It's definitely need a mind shift with our people. So across the globe, it's been a record heat wave. In Europe, multiple earthquakes around the globe. Is there something going on with climate change, or is it something deeper?
Here's the thing with this, bro. This is why I say they falsified all of history. There was a period in Europe where the sun didn't shine for almost 10 years because of a volcanic eruption. This is why all these other species don't live on the surface predominantly. They live in subterranean and at the ocean floor to escape all of this bullshit. We the only ones on the surface. And that ain't strange. Well, global warming is real. Climate change is real. But the earth have a way of repairing itself, fixing itself. And then there are other species who live here, who live on this planet as well. So they do things to protect this planet. To find out the answers all throughout history, people talk about, like with Tesla, he received a download from creatures on Venus. He was eating them motherfucking mushrooms. He was interfacing. It's the same shit all through history, bro. All through history. Earthquakes is, the internet makes us all neighbors. So now that we have that, we get to hear about all of this stuff. When you and I was growing up, you not finna hear about shit taking place in these other countries like that. It's been going on the whole time. Why would you build, like in Hawaii, one of the islands is sinking. It had been sinking for years. They didn't have the technology to even understand it. And the ones who did it, they sequestered it away for their own private interest. The truth is indeed stranger than fiction, man. Like, get you some mushrooms and try to get you a download. That's all I can tell people. I'm gonna keep giving the knowledge though. At the end of the day, the only way for us to break free is that everybody can globally lock in on certain topics that matter for humanity's existence. Without that, the distractions, come on, man. 90% of everything that lived on this planet is extinct.
It's strange.
Very strange. It's like we live in a laboratory or like a zoo.
Look, I need to power up like Mario.
You see what that look? That's what I'm saying. They drift. In order for the magic to work, they gotta drift. They gotta give certain little clues and hints, and that's the fact.
We're gonna transition.
Do it.
I was reading, and it said that Denver International Airport is the Illuminati's headquarters. Have you heard anything like that?
Man, bro, they got a bunker underneath that goddamn airport. They got too much demonic symbolism all around that airport. Before the airport was even open, the locals complained about hearing rumblings and sound of machinery under their house. Then we see a whistleblower go out there on Tucker Carlson's podcast, and she blow the whistle on a $2 trillion project that the elites and government have built an underground city. I worked with a dude who said he took a train from New York to California and it took him an hour. It was underground. A military dude. You know, Elon Musk got a tunnel in Vegas for Teslas only. Oh, he got his Boring Company, he got his Optimus robot, and he got his rocket company, SpaceX. So it seems like he gonna fly his Optimus robots to Mars with his Boring Company. They gonna build tunnels, build the infrastructure, so he can go there with his group. Because he said, I'm gonna die on Mars. It's the same dude who got 15 or 13 children here that he gonna just leave. Seems like they know something. Why was he giving President Trump $47 million a month to win the election? How did he know that he won the election 4 hours in advance before anybody else knew? Why did Kamala Harris not want to approve SpaceX to travel to Mars? Why do you see pyramids on Mars? Everybody watching this, go look up Joe McMonagle, head remote viewer from the CIA. All of these documents is declassified. Go check that out. According to him, 1 million years ago, there was a cataclysm on Mars. A very tall group of people decided some of them was going to stay and die on the planet. The other ones went to a nearby planet. but they couldn't figure out how to get out. Get out of what? Out the simulation that we all live in. That's what it's all about. That's what they don't want you to know. That all of this shit is a simulation. That's the cold hearted truth. And the reptilians and all of them stuck in it with us. They just been around longer because somebody made us. Because if we evolved from monkeys, why do we still got monkeys? Why are certain groups of chimpanzees entering into the Stone Age? Fishing, using tools, building structures. Why are they doing this? Hello. Use your brain. Use your brain.
For sure. Man, you talked about reptilians. We're going to talk about Prince Reptilian. You said before that you think something's different about Chris Brown.
All right. I'm going to lay off Chris Brown. Because he hit me up recently mad as a motherfucker. He was mad as hell. But my thing is this.
Chris Breezy.
Chris Brown go on his Instagram and he say, now this man, I agree with damn near everything he said. That's what he said. But
that's what I was told that.
He see me out here doing what I'm doing. Don't reach out. He knows what I'm on. He don't reach out. He don't try to help me with shit. Nothing at all. And then we were supposed to link up, but some shit had happened, and then some people from his side said, like, man, bro, I don't think you and him should link up because of some shit that happened with Teyana Taylor and shit like that. So I ain't show up. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to fuck up the event because I know how me and my homies is. But it's like, damn. And then when I reach out on my own, no response. I make this video just providing the information that I have. And now he mad. And then he posted me and all this shit, but you ain't reaching out. That's lame shit to me. You feel me? I don't respect that. Why I gotta go through these great lengths? You know how much it costs to send these kids over here to school in Africa? You feel me? You know how much it costs when you bring back somebody that has been missing? Once you bring them on a retrieval, you still responsible for them. And the people with all the resources and shit, they don't try to help a nigga at all. I think that's weird. I'm gonna lay off Chris Brown though, cause
man, that's wild.
I'm gonna lay off Chris Brown, the best live performer I ever seen. Shout out to Chris Brown. That video still suspicious. I'm supposed to be chopping it up with him soon. We're gonna see what's going on with it. I'll keep you updated.
All right, because it's funny you say that. Shout out to C. Steve, that's my little cousin right there, man. He said, man, my girl saw that Chris Brown responded to CC, and I was like, man, I can't find it. I couldn't even find it, but my cousin told me that. Now I'm talking to you in person, and you confirming it, so I know it's facts. So shout out.
I got the screenshots for you. I'll make sure you get all of that.
Oh man, appreciate that. So. We're not gonna touch on Chris Brown too much, but you know him and Usher, they going on tour, and wasn't Usher Diddy's first victim?
Man, they say Usher had to go to the hospital. He got his case took so viciously.
Out of BC, huh? From Oz, he took it, huh?
Man, that man Usher spent $20,000 a month on flowers for himself, man. Weirdo.
Say that again.
Usher spends $20,000 a month on flowers for himself. It's a zest apocalypse. Guard your cakes. These boys trying to take everything from you. They gonna sing to your girl and then try to kiss you. This shit out of control. Shout out Chris Brown though, man.
And Usher, I know he was a victim, but I'll tell you who really looked like
victims, bro. Listen, bro. When you a fully grown man, you know the capability that you got, bro. Let's take you for example, bro. It's gonna be very hard for an R&B singer to take your cakes, bro. It's just not gonna happen. It's not. This is something that you have to want to do. You want to shake your tail feather for this nigga, man.
Shake your tail feather.
He wanted to shake his tail feather, man. That's what happened to him. I don't like hearing that, bro, because I combat trafficking, bro. I've seen little ladies who cannot defend themselves. That is somebody who got taken advantage of. A grown man got a proposition like, oh, wait a second, I could be a superstar. All you want is my cakes? He pulling his drawers down, man. It's over. He bending over right there for you. That's what's going on.
So you saying he let him slice the cake and take a sample of it, see if it was moist?
He letting them take a bite out the cake. Come on, man. We didn't hear nobody say, yeah, man, the diddler restrained me, tied me up to the bed. No, none of that happened. None of that happened. Y'all was getting wild with each other, too freaky, got too horny, and it was painful. Horny ass goofies. Horny guys finish last every time, bro.
Every time?
Every time. Bro, listen. A pimp told me one time, he said, if a man have too much of one thing, he gonna try other things. Fold them.
Too much, huh?
Bro, I ain't never woke up in the morning and wanted to see a man's ass, bro. This never happened to me. Have it ever happened to you?
Nah. Not one time.
So this is something that these boys wanted to partake in, bro. They inner zest monster took over their body. You feel me? And that severe level of horniness turned them into a clown. I'm gonna order a box of bozo noses. And them long clown shoes, them red shoes that Bozo used to wear, I'm just gonna start passing them out to people.
I remember that.
Shit ridiculous, bro. Gots to be more careful out here. Fold now.
But you know, when I look at Justin Bieber, man, he really does look like he was a victim. It's just a scam, or he just trying to fool us.
The man Diddy said in the interview, Justin Bieber is somewhere doing things we can't talk about on camera right now. And he in the interview crying. You see them other dudes from Day 26 on Vlad TV, they all in there crying. Look at y'all crying for. Horny ass clowns. Got them cakes took and didn't get no money from it. They mad as hell. Damn. They gotta live with that shit forever. You got cock in your mouth. Get your dumb ass on. Fuck out of here, man. And it's just like, man, for me, bro, if I know you sit between man's laps, man's legs, and put cock in your mouth, I can't trust you. That's gonna give me trust issues. Like, damn, bro, that was your plan for the day? And now you wanna go kick it with us. Well, get your dumb ass on, boy. Get your ass smoked out here. Can't do it. Not gonna be able to do it. Shit out of control, bro.
They watch too many Tootsie Pop commercials, huh? Remember that old Al?
Listen, the Democrats did their thing, boy. They had everybody being zesty for a little minute. Boy, I was scared to come outside. I'm outside 2 Dracos. Like, hold on. I don't know what these niggas finna be on.
So is it the Democrats? Man, what's driving the great zestening? Is it social media, entertainment, or something else?
Demonic possession. All throughout history, all of the ancient civilizations had these big sacrifice tables. They would make sacrifices to these deities, these beings, these demons. The scripture says, make sacrifices to us and we shall do your bidding. Who are they talking about? They want us to think everything is make-believe and supernatural and bullshit, because they actually the ones that's operating on this behalf. They serving these beings that they get to get in contact with. Demonic possession is real, bro. Think about this. This is how crazy the world got. I seen a girl who was dating a trans man, right? So her boyfriend is really a woman who went and got the free transitioning that the Obamas and the Democrats had put out for the world to use, right? So then she's dating a Mr. Ma'am and then trying to tell me how to be a man. Whoa, what? Your girlfriend, your boyfriend don't even have a dick. And you trying to tell me how to be a man. Get the fuck out of here. That's what's going on right now.
Say it ain't so.
They say 90% of the people who transition, detransition. They thought being a man was easy. Hell fucking no. That shit ain't easy, Jack. I'm gonna go back to being a woman now. Get the fuck out of here, man. Clown shit, bro.
Hey, it's real out here.
Very. I seen a YouTube video of a guy trying to do a cross dresser. He walking through the market, everybody whooped his ass. They just ripped his clothes off of him. You can't do that shit over here, boy. That shit illegal. I'm not going for that, man. You would go for that?
No, I ain't going for it.
Man.
I ain't going for that.
They putting trans people in the cell with actual biological women. And then inmates in there getting pregnant by the trans. You ain't think this was gonna happen? Like, what y'all, he got a dick, it's over with.
It's over with. Look, I changed my mind.
Oh yeah. Listen, a lot of ladies thought, man, you know, I'm gonna get this surgery, I'm gonna be a man, I'm gonna be the greatest man to ever live. You still the same height and same weight. you still need help changing that tire, man. You not finna carry that couch by yourself, little mama. You still love mama, it's over with.
You know, it's wild. It's like I remember seeing something with Waka Flocka. He was saying that he believed that like people were being paid to push like a certain agenda because he seen this Black Boy Max. He was doing "Why Don't Men Twerk." It's like why they trying to turn us into women?
USAID, a government program, was actively funding this. You can pull up the documentation. Doge shut it down. They was funding this. Bro, I got a lot of homegirls that's lesbians, right?
Right.
But they calling me to help move the furniture. Call your fucking boyfriend call Mr. Man to go do it. What you calling me for? That's the thing, bro. It's the paradoxical effect of the human condition. This is an open conundrum. Too many things contradict itself for it to be naturally evolved, for it to be natural selection. Too many things contradict each other.
And even the animals. You know, you over there in the motherland, even the animals, it's male to female.
Have you ever seen a gay dog? Let's talk about it. Have you ever seen a gay dog? No, you put that male dog next to that girl dog while she in heat, you gonna have to tie them up. But I went through this. I was breeding dogs at a time in my life. I had a girl dog that was in heat. She giving off so much estrus that my boy dog lost his mind. He wouldn't eat. He wouldn't drink. He dedicated his whole time to try to get into that girl dog cage. The stray dogs chilling outside my garage trying to get to her. So I'm like, damn, this is crazy. So I was like, man, when I ask people, have you ever seen a gay dog? They say no. Have you ever seen two male birds in a nest with chicks? No. The point of being on the earth is to reproduce and contribute to your species. People can love whoever they want to love, man. You feel me? As long as ain't nobody getting oppressed in the process, fine. Do your thing. What a motherfucker do with they asshole and they dino, that's their business. But when you start trying to oppress others, that's when you become a zest monster. Point blank. Straight up. Being a man is not easy. And a lot of people figuring that shit out. Because, bro, I was at the gym before I left. And it's this little dude. He trying to hoop with the other biological males. Come to find out, this is a person who transitioned. And now he detransitioning. I say, man, you thought you was going to be able to dunk now? What you thought? You thought you were going to be able to go over here and just beat up every dude now? No, you finna get slapped and fall asleep. You're too little.
Look, sometimes I dream.
Your bone
that
structure don't
he is
change,
me.
man. Shit crazy out here. Science is real, man. They try to tell us everything is bullshit. No, being a human being is a gift, it's a blessing to be able to be in this realm. You gotta use it to your advantage. Don't waste it. Phone now.
They trying to be like Mike.
Trying to be like Mrs. Mike for them great. For the cats. Shout out to the LGBTQs, man. Shout out to all of y'all, but stay focused though.
and like you say, the dogs had that natural ability when that female dog was in heat. But see, Diddy has that for other men. Like what triggered you to know that he wasn't right? Because all of these other people were falling into this trap and just falling victim or participating willingly. What like made you like, man, I don't know about this guy?
Bro, how you got J-Lo with you and you want to get in a shootout? Sounds all right. Sounds zesty. I'll be with J-Lo. I'm not trying to talk to niggas and fight, do anything. I'm trying to chill. Look at how much turmoil is associated with him. Like every time I come around a sexually confused man, he's doing things that's blatant self-destruct. That's why HIV and AIDS is the highest in that group. Because, bro, you know a lot of career homosexual people have to wear diapers because they farts sound like, that ain't right. This is the facts, bro.
What it sound like?
Straight wind coming out. No, it ain't no type of, no, it's just straight wind. Come on, man. Shit outrageous. I don't listen. I'm not trying to have, look. When I use my spoon, I don't want no chocolate residue on my shit. You see what I'm saying? I'm cool on that. That's what's going on.
Chocolate ice cream, you say? You something else, bro. Oh man, who surprised you the most after meeting them in person, and why? During your celebrity bodyguard days.
Who surprised me the most? Well, I'm gonna have this, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Who surprised me the most? Bro, probably Teyana Taylor, bro, because she a gangster, bro. That's a tough little lady. She ain't no joke, bro. She ain't to be played with. That's all I'm gonna say. TT ain't to be played with. She gonna get wild as hell with you. Her and Trey Songz. Trey Songz are straight savage. That little singing bastard to fight anybody, bro. He fight the police. Him and Teyana, shout out TT. I love TT. She make the coldest mac and cheese ever too. Shout out to Teyana Taylor. That's the homie right there. She don't play though, bro. She get wild for sure. It's some other ones, but we on good terms. I don't really wanna. Machine Gun Kelly get wild too. He a gangster too. I salute him too. He a gangster for sure.
MGK?
MGK a gangster, bro. For sure.
I've been sleeping on him then.
MGK a gangster. I seen him in my own 2 eyes.
And you brought up Teyana Taylor, TT, and that's cool that she cool, man. I like that. A while back, you know, they had the BET Awards and Druski hosted. I think she was there. What are your thoughts on Druski?
Druski is a great situational comedian. Shout out Bodyguard Q. He came out saying he used to go to gay clubs and shit like that. But that's his era. He's from the zesty era. But a lot of comedians, they go to different places to add to their, so they can do their downloads and they learn people, they learn different cultures and they add into their comedic skits. So, I like Druski. Druski cool. Druski cool. I like Druski. You ever seen his father? Well, look up Druski father videos. You watch his father and you understand Druski a lot better. His father was wild as hell on the guys.
So it didn't fall too far from the tree. The apple didn't fall too far, huh?
Not at all, brother. Not at all.
And brother, man, tell me, one of our other brothers, Floyd Mayweather, his upcoming fights have been postponed indefinitely. Does it have something to do with him being broke?
Man, Floyd got a lot of litigation going on, or a lot of people money. Once I seen Adam Plant and the Great Wall was not his security anymore. I seen the writing on the wall. Once I seen him stuck in Dubai for that long period of time over those 2 watches that came up missing. His hair wasn't cut. He was looking bad. The other security people that I work with, they told me this was going on. Like I said, bro, like he have a terrible gambling habit. The casinos let you lose. They don't let you win. You win too much, they ban you. He not banned from no casino. This is a guy who apparently can't even read.
Yeah.
Financial literacy and general education go hand in hand, man. Shout out to Floyd. I hope he get his shit together, but whenever you got your girlfriends on contracts, when y'all break up, you selling the bags and purses that you gave them, probably not as rich as people think you is, for sure. Well, I see them boys take out a loan on a row of seats. Like they take out loans on certain areas in the stadium, get the money up front, and then resell the seats. Like predatory shit.
So they doing a little the hustling that some of the scammers be doing.
For sure. And once you see guys selling their planes and stuff like that, they in shake back mode. Logan Paul still ain't got paid for him and Floyd fight.
Still ain't got paid.
Come on, man. Think about that. That's why Jay Prince had to send the killers up there to Mayweather Gym, beat everybody up with bats to get his money. You ever heard about that?
Not too much, but I think I like faintly heard about it. That was real?
That's real. It is other situations that went on. We'll talk about it on the next one. I gotta get some clearances on some of that.
All right, we have a few more questions, then we'll be out of here. But I want to circle back. I did see something on your story today, talking about Druski. He did that skit with Charlie Kirk's wife, and I saw a long video on your story. What do you think about that video?
Erica Kirk is a vampire. Vampires exist. At the end of the day, I've shot people. I've been shot. I've never seen the way his shirt was moving and all of that. That wasn't no gunshot, man. They gave him that exploding microphone. That's what killed him. Because, bro, when you get shot, bro, I ain't never seen how that blood shot out that wound. I ain't never seen that before. The exit wound, maybe, not the entry wound, but I ain't never seen that. That right there, they ran a whole play, bro. They gave it exploding. Mike took him out. All of that right there. Certain groups you can't speak about. If they give you that money, you better not say shit. Your ass gonna die. That's why I stick and move, bro. I don't know.
Yeah, we trying to live.
Bro, I'm so crazy with this shit. Let's say I go somewhere, get an Airbnb. I done had 3 other Airbnbs booked at the same time. I'll get up and leave in the middle of the night. Leave the TV on in one, leave the music playing in the other one. I'm changing my appearance going to another one, bro. Like, you gotta know this shit. This is the big leagues. And he should have knew that. He should have known that. For now.
Man. Feds believe Pooh Shiesty has over 100 disposable members he can call at any time, and posted a text that he needed 6 certies, which the feds believe were 6 certified members. Social media, the phones, and got him caught up. What do you think about this?
The whole purpose of being a criminal is to get away with the crime. You should never run behind nobody that's calling themselves slime or shiesty or nothing like that. If you got a backdoor ass boss, you're gonna be a backdoor ass crew. If you got a robbing ass boss, you're gonna be a robbing ass crew. If you got a get money ass boss, you're gonna be a get money ass crew. My homies would always say, if BH make the plan, we gonna go. We know we gonna come back. If not, we not going. This man was on house arrest at 11. So you got caught for the first crime you ever fucking did. The man did a robbery in a lime green McLaren. What?
Lime green?
He was in a lime green McLaren. Then he left. They went to go steal like $4,000 worth of merchandise. He left $40,000 cash on the scene. That's how he tracked them down. Stupid man with the stupid plan. That's what he is. You out on you got an ankle monitor on, and you just did this, boy, it's finna be 30 years, man. We might never see Pooh Shiesty on the street again.
What's saying the feds 360 months?
What? Woo. Only thing scared me is a life sentence. And that's why when you see me last time, I'm like, man, here I am again doing this bodyguard shit. This shit dangerous as fuck. I said, you know what? I started getting scared. Like I was telling Miss Obuya, I'm like, man, I'm scared. I might not even make it back to see you if I don't change what I'm finna do. And I left in the middle of the night, bro. I ain't tell nobody I was leaving. Too much shit started happening. Everybody beefing. Well, I booked my shit and I left unannounced because, bro, it's only so much gonna happen. You toting guns, you got switches, ARPs, you beefing with all these people. Bro, we know what's finna be the outcome of this.
Yeah. And this is real. For y'all people watching this is real. I was with him, and that's how he moves. So everything he telling you legit.
It's over with, bro. I'm like, man, I ain't even want you to even see all of that shit. But I'm like, man, we was supposed to have been there to interview when I was in Africa last time. I'm like, hold on, I'm back in Texas. Let me hit up my boy. So then we was able to get it done, but I wanted you to see, like, shit, bro, this is my real life. Like, this shit be hectic. And I'm sitting there doing an interview with you. I got an ARP behind the pillow on the couch, and I got Switch on me. Come on, man. No, bro. I'm like, man, I'm this popular. Like, everywhere I go, people taking pictures, and I'm out here being a gangster still. Hell no, man. And I'm telling you about my situation out here, and you looking like, man, I'm about to go check that out. I'm like, yeah, why the fuck am I even over here?
Yeah, you shining. Like I told you, brother, you shining when you over there.
Yeah, man, that's much more peaceful place for me, bro. Like, once you come over here, you're gonna see what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I can tell by talking to you, so I know it's real, man. And you know, you say that you know, one of your fears, and that's probably your only fear, which probably any man's fear, is to get life in prison. All 4 of the men that were convicted of murder for Julio Fulio, they were sentenced to life. So you
see that dude Sean Gates, right? The light-skinned dude.
Yep.
He was a bitch the whole time though. Like he wanted to be popular. So he was a creative player, bro. You see his speech he gave? Your Honor, it breaks my heart to know that I'm not old enough to buy liquor. I can be sentenced to life in jail. Dude, you did the crime. Lame ass nigga. Yeah, that's the thing. The streets is full of dudes like that now. They gangster till the police get them, now they want to cry. Get your whole ass on. Clown shit, bro. It's only one man clown shit, bro. All of them to kill one dude for clout. He ain't even know Fulio. Never even seen him before. Chasing clout.
I don't understand why it took 4. I'm like, what?
Because they wasn't killers. That's what it was. They was not killers. And then they get up there trying to figure out, oh, how come the girl got less time? Alicia got 15 years. And they like, man, how come she got 15 years and we only got, we getting life? She ain't have no gun, fool. Soft as hell, bro. I laughed so hard. That nigga was on vacations in South Africa, came from a good family, and threw his life away. He gonna be somebody's woman, and now he too soft.
You know it.
Straight hoe.
You know it.
Creative player.
Creative player.
And that was one of my, that right there, that was a big fear for me too. Like, damn, letting a clown take me out? Oh, no. That used to scare me. I say, a lot of niggas chasing clout. I remember when dudes was dancing with their shirt off on MySpace to Pretty Ricky, bro.
Talking about they was singing, age ain't nothing but a number.
And then a summer go past, now they gangster. I say, what the? I say, oh no. I start planning my escape then. I say, eventually I'm gonna leave this fucking country because, bro, you can't go from being a Pretty Ricky. Why do you have your phone with you on a hit anyway?
Yeah. Hey, you seen that with that Terrion Arnold, didn't you? Did you see that with the NFL player?
Now see, his situation, he should have did it himself. I always tell people, bro, I say, bro, the streets, this gangster shit, everybody want to be this boss. No, bro, you earn your name by getting out in that paint and doing it on your own. That's how you gain a reputation. And like-minded guys, bro, you texting somebody you need 6 certified guys. Everywhere I go, I got them certified guys with me there already. Mm-hmm. It costs money to be a boss. If you sending a text message about the crime, y'all already caught. And then they got Big 30 recording it.
Recording it. Big 30, he out of there. So he trying to plead and get out. No, it's over.
I ain't never said this on camera, but I'm gonna say this right here. I swear to God. There was a point in time in my life when I was on the dark side, brother. And there was a situation going on where we had to go do our demonstration. We get into the car. We getting ready to do what we gotta do. Somebody's phone ring in the car. He answered the phone with a mask on, show his gun to his girl on the camera. Say, you know what I'm about to go do, babe? All of us, we all opened up our doors and got out the car right then and there. We not going nowhere. And then some of the guys wanted to pop dude. I'm looking like, see? I probably shouldn't even have said that, but it had to be said because did nothing happen that day. You see what I'm saying? But as soon as they see that, it wasn't no words. I heard somebody say, man, what the fuck? All you hear is everybody getting their shit out the car, getting out, and his stupid ass sitting there still talking on the phone. And then he tried to like, man, where y'all at? Where y'all left? We just stopped talking to him. Said, boy, your ass a goofy. You finna get us all booked. Watch out, boy. Stupid man. Stupid guy.
Yeah, cause hey man, look, it's the people around you right?
Bro, my homies, the streets is over with. You need to get you a craft, be a family man, get you a woman, get some shit going, bro. Going to the pen is not a flex. Being locked up with men 24 hours a day in gladiator school is nothing to look forward to. It's no life to live. If you was a bitch on the street, it don't matter what you do on the street. If you a bitch, anybody can shoot a gun. Once you go behind that wall, it ain't no guns now, man. It's back to the science. If you 120 pounds on the street shooting people, when you go to jail, you gonna be getting taken advantage of unless you vicious. You stab somebody, that's 5 more years. So keep that in mind, all the young people watching, man. Stay focused, stay locked in. Go pursue something.
Yeah.
AI is going to crush the middle class. It's going to create different opportunities. Data centers require electricity and water. Go to HVAC and plumbing. You're going to be a millionaire in 5 years. Stay locked in.
Man, and you saying it right, because even Gucci Mane's security guard told the judge, I'm extremely fearful of Pooh Shiesty's ability to reach me and my family. So he trying to bury him.
When I see Gucci Mane telling, I immediately deleted all this music off my phone and everything. You feel me? Because they tricked us, bro. They tricked us. They told us to be gangster. Once I knew I was tricked, I told my homie, say, look. Y'all either come do what I'm about to do on the light side, or I'm taking y'all ass to war on my soul. Because I knew what was going to happen. The older guys wasn't going to like what I was doing, and they would try to kill me. So I said, look, I'm just going to take everybody to war. And then my homies came over with me, and shit, we've been rocking ever since.
Rocking.
History was written by the best group of killers, bro. No country, no religion, no border, no treaty exists without it. It's just a tool, bro. It can't be your identity. Don't be Sean Gatorade. He gonna be wearing makeup in that motherfucker on phone now. Your Honor, it breaks my heart. Get your bitch ass on.
Look, you got into it. If you had 5 minutes with every person watching, what's the one message you would give them?
Pray. That's what I would tell them. Pray. And research everything for yourself. Be a man, be a woman to the fullest. Invest into yourself, build your crew up, build your tribe up. Try to be the best person that you can. Question everything. Just because everybody else don't believe, don't mean you have to change who you are. Keep your plans a secret, because bad energy and people hating on you is real. Go for it. Everybody got the same 24 hours. Lock in, laser focus, go for the gusto. Point blank, period, man. Life is to be lived, not existed. Straight up, just like that.
All right, man. That's Mr. International. That's Chicago's finest from the Windy City.
Oh no.
My brother.
It's been Taste of Fame. We did it again. We did it again.
Hey, another one. Another one.
We locked in, man. We got to keep this shit rolling, man. We getting to it.
Man, straight up, my brother. Shoot, I appreciate you. You take it easy, man.
All right, man. You too, brother. Man, good working with you again.
Always, always.
Send me an email so we can send this, we're going to do a Google Drive link.